Okay, Gemini, I do apologize. I had a call come in. It never fails. Every time I come to do a reading, somebody calls and it interrupts the video. Um, so what I get from that is people just don't want this message to come out for you, but it's coming out anyway. So there's going to be a two-parter. This is the second part for the Geminis. Seeing what is up with you, what's going on with you, okay? Um, what I was saying is that there are some hard decisions that you have to make, that you are torn between two relationships, okay? Or the person that you were with was torn between you and another. They had divided loyalty. If it's at the job, you might have had a manager who played both sides of the fence in a situation. With you, they're telling you, "Oh no, you're right. They shouldn't have did that." But then when they meet with the other coworker or coworkers, they're telling them the same thing. Okay, um, maybe a leader that can't make a decision because um, they really don't know what they're doing. They don't know the work. They just happen to be in a leadership position, maybe because they were favored. For some of you, it could be um, that you left and moved forward because you couldn't move up where you were in the job that you were. Um, they kept hiring leadership that did not know the work, and you knew the work, but for some reason they did not want to promote you, which is why you were feeling stabbed in the back. They might have even had you try to train the leadership, and you were like, enough is enough. Like you know, feeling trapped and restricted on this job, and now I'm making a decision, a hard decision, because you could have really enjoyed the work, enjoyed what you did, but it's like, nah, I gotta move on. Prices of everything is going up. I still got the same salary that I've had for X amount of time. No raises, no bonuses, but I'm training everybody here. I'm the go-to person for everything here. Okay. We have the Empress energy. That could also be Emperor energy. Take it as it resonates, unless the Emperor card comes out. But right now, that's Taurus energy. So you are pregnant with new ideas. Whatever you do is going to be fertile and reap a harvest. You could be a mother or a father. You're nurturing, you're creative. You have a natural beauty to you, um, very feminine or masculine. Um, you're just looking for harmony in your life. Also, in the indecision is the moon card. So there's the moon energy. So there are secrets that are not being told to you, either in the company or in the um, romantic relationship. We're going to go and see and go a little bit further. Um, we have the Six of Pentacles. I'm sorry. Ugh, okay. Hard trying to get this message out. Um, this is more Taurus energy. So we have heavy Taurus here. So you could be dealing with a Taurus, your boss, your coworker, your family member, or what have you, um, could be a Taurus, or you can have it heavily aspected in your chart. Okay. Um, we have gifts, generosity, charity, money, community assistance, support, employment, and prosperity. So again, I'm really picking up heavily that whatever is going on, wherever you felt backstabbed, it is a part of your employment or has something to do with your money. You might have a business. And you're a very giving person, Gemini. And because of that, you have people that try to take advantage of you, who want to use you. So that's why they feel some type of way when you walk away, because they can no longer use you. Okay. So we have the moon card again, the moon card, and the moon is on the Six of Pentacles and also on the Two of Swords. There are secrets here. And it's Piscean energy. Whereas you've been using your intuition, you may be having dreams. You're tired of the vagueness and work and orders and people not committing, giving you vague answers. You're tired of the instability and the deception. A lot of these people are doing what they're doing to you, Gemini, because of their insecurities. Okay? This isn't about you, even though they try to say it's you. It's not about you. It's about them. It's about them feeling insecure. When you walk in the room, like, I'm hearing you think I'm stupid. And so when you walk in a room, because you're knowledgeable, Gemini, in what you do, you've never called anyone stupid, but their own insecurities and the voice of the devil and demons or whatever they have is, or their childhood issues. Maybe when they were growing up they were told they were stupid, maybe when they were in school, and so they're projecting onto you their insecurity. And the truth of the matter is, you are smarter than them, or you have more than them in a certain area, but you've never flaunted it. That's why we had the charity card. Like, you're very giving, but what you're giving will never be enough because this person is trapped in their insecurities. And whoever it is comes off as confident, very egotistical, very arrogant, but at the end of the day, they are very insecure. Okay. We have the Judgment card for you. Okay. So you have been doing some self-evaluating. You may have been awakening to who you really are, because sometimes when you have this and you have maybe your boss or a family member or a loved one tell you what you're not, sometimes you begin to believe that. But what I see here is that you're awakening to who you really are. Okay. When people are like, oh, you're not that great. Yes, you are. You realizing that you are that great. Okay. And you're going to be making here, when you might have been in a state of indecision, making a decision. That you have people who make snap judgments against you, that blame you for everything that goes wrong, whether it's at the job, whether it's in a love situation, or if it's just life in general. But you are in a state of forgiveness, or you need to forgive those people because you're manifesting things and you don't want to. Wow. Okay. I had this card in my hand. It was down like this. And as soon as I said manifesting, I went to turn this card over for the next thing. And what is it? The Magician. The Magician is the master manifester. And so you are manifesting. Okay. And manifestation came out in the other cards as well. But some of you, you may be going from working for somebody else to working for yourself. Or if you're in business, your business is about to take off. Okay? You're good at communicating with people. You have a strong willpower. Okay? And people already knew that. Like you're a hard worker, and people see that. And you're about to manifest the desires that you have, work, love, or life. Okay? Because people were the way they were, you had to choose, you had to stalemate, or maybe you were in a place of indecision at one point. This was a burden on you. You were overloaded. Maybe at your job they had you working multiple projects, working a whole lot of hours. Maybe even to cover up for the fact that your manager didn't know what they were doing, or co-workers didn't pull their weight. You felt overburdened. Maybe you were taking on a bulk of a load for your family, for a lover, working hard to pay the bills, and that person wasn't giving back or doing. So it caused you a lot of stress. There's a lot of weight on your shoulders. You may have actually even gained weight, but you did it out of a sense of duty and obligation. Perhaps some of you were taking care of a parent that is sick, or just getting older, and it's a struggle, and to deal with it, because maybe your other siblings and family members left that burden on you, because you were single, or just because you're a giving person. And so they took you for granted. Perhaps for some of you, the decision was maybe to put that family member in a home, or ask a family member to step up to the plate, because you have some things on the horizon and it might be causing conflict in your family. They might be calling you selfish because, oh, you agreed to do this. This is Sagittarius energy. So you could be dealing with a Sagittarius. The family member could be a Sagittarius. All right, this is a general message. Take what reads, what resonates with you. So we have an outpouring. We have more fire energy, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. We have a new beginning, new good news, starting something new, because you have a creative spark, having a new initiative and finding a new passion. Because sometimes if you're taking care of someone, you tend to lose sight of yourself. It's not selfish to take care of yourself, but for somebody, I'm picking up that people are making you feel selfish, or trying to make you feel selfish, because you are taking care of yourself. You've poured out a lot in work, love, or life to others, and it's a shock when you start taking care of yourself. But the wheel is turning in your favor. You're manifesting. You might have been praying, fasting, looking for ways to grow and come out of the drudgery. You might have been praying for a while for help with that loved one you've been taking care of. It doesn't even have to be a parent. It could have been a spouse, a child, something like that. We have the Page of Swords. I'm feeling that this news was delayed getting to you, or it's delayed right now. So patience is needed for some of you. For some of you, you already have gotten the news about an opportunity in love, in work. You may have gotten a newfound inspiration. But now you are being vigilant, like you're putting your foot down, like, no, I need help, if it's the family member situation, or I'm moving on to something else. I got this job opportunity. For some of you, you got a job opportunity in another state or city, or another job opportunity that would cause you to work more hours, so maybe you can't take care of this person as much, and you needed help to come in. It may not be that you're totally walking away. It just means that you need more time to do the things you need to do for you. Or you could be putting your foot down and saying, look, I need self-care. I need to be able to take care of myself. And so I need you, brother, sister, to come in and take some of this load off of me so I can take care of myself. You might be putting your foot down at work. Look, I need some of this burden taken off of me. I'm working so many hours. Yeah, I may be getting paid overtime, or maybe I'm not because I'm salary, but I need some of this burden taken off of me. You could be doing the work of 2 or 3 people, holding several titles, and it's bringing you to the point where you're not as productive as you could be. It's like, come on, we have a whole team of people. Why am I doing all of this? They're sitting around talking. Or if you're working virtually, they could just be putting work on you because other people don't want to do it. Okay, so then we have the Temperance card. That's a Sagittarian energy. The Curiosity card here that we have is also Gemini energy. There is balance coming into your life. And it could be because you are putting your foot down and forcing the balance. You have more patience coming in, moderation with things, work, love, or life. So you can have that inner calm, tranquility, so you can think clearly and get a new perspective. Harmony and balance is being brought into your relationships. It's a possibility that one of the reasons why you're pulling away is that you, someone came into your life, love. And many times, like, family members will get upset if you were taking care of someone because you were single, and now Mr. or Mrs. Right comes in, or you have a relationship, and then all of a sudden, you know, your other family members who were married and had kids get into this selfish mode. It amazes me because I've seen this and even experienced it, where a lot of weight is put on the single person who has no kids, who are not married. And you do it because you're single, you're not married. And soon as a love prospect comes in and you want to spend the time to build the life with this person, you've waited, you were patient, and Holy Spirit opens up the door for you to meet your soulmate. How selfish family members can be. And they can have grown kids, did everything, but then they don't want to open up their lives to balance out things for you. They would rather you stay single, rather put all of the weight on you and continue for you to carry that weight and that burden, because they don't want to take it on. And for somebody, that's what's going on. For others of you, again, it's the same thing at the job, where they're so used to you taking the load, and you either get a promotion at the job, or they'll stop you from getting a promotion at the job because they want you to continue to carry the heavy burden. But Spirit says, I'm balancing this out. They have no choice but to do it, or they're going to move you out of the way to another company or to another position, or they're going to move this person out of the way. Same thing when it comes to love. Like, they're either going to step up or have no choice but to step up, because they're either going to move you to another city or state, or that person that you were taking care of will move to another city or state. What it'll amount out to is that you will not have that burden anymore. Okay? We have the devil energy here. Maybe you were talking to someone or taking care of someone who had an addiction, a family member, a lover, Capricorn energy. You could have been in a state of depression because of all the negative words and all of the negative vibes that were being sent your way. You could have felt bound and powerless in this situation because of the verbal onslaught that you may be getting from your boss, for some of you, from your family, some of you, from a relationship, because you're making this change. Because people can get downright mean and nasty when you decide to make it to you. I mean, selfish, telling you that you're selfish is like just the tip of the iceberg. Like, people can get downright nasty, calling you names and everything but a child of God when you make a decision for yourself. Is there anything else that we have, Spirit, before we move on? Yeah. All right. So we have the friendship card. This is Cancerian energy, so you could be dealing with a Cancer. We have reunions, celebrations, socializing. Maybe you're trying to go out and socialize more because you're trying to get out of that negative, toxic energy. Because people don't realize when you're a caregiver, to be when you take on the weight, you find yourself, because the devil card is just negative energy. You could have been depressed because maybe, you weren't doing for yourself. But there's happiness coming, engagement party. This could also be the third party card, but nowhere in here am I looking and seeing that. A third party could be anything that blocks a relationship. So it doesn't necessarily have to be another person as far as someone cheating. And I'm not getting that in this read. This is more of a self-care, waiting for manifestation in your life, whatever it may be. But that's about to be removed because we have the Sun card. We have positivity flowing your way, freedom, fun, success. Some of you have not had fun in a long time because you were so busy working, piled up with work, so busy taking care of someone else in a lopsided relationship, work, love, or life. Okay. You have people who are walking in a very narcissistic energy, only thinking about themselves. And you are going into the place where you're not tolerating that anymore, Gemini. You've been patient. This is the patience card. This is Virgo energy. Again, we have it, new job, self-employment. Some of you are going to be starting your own business, and that takes time. Okay? It could even be friends that are upset that because you're starting a new business, you don't have time for them. You, again, Gemini, for whoever I'm speaking to, you're someone who gave a lot of time. You were always at everybody's event. You were always taking care of people. You were the Johnny on the spot, when people needed things. And now that you're moving on and you don't have as much time, you have people who are very upset about it. Very jealous. And the thing about it is they saw the potential in you the whole time, Gemini. They just didn't think that you saw it. Now that you are moving on it and acting on it, maybe you didn't see it in the past. And they took advantage of it. And because of that, we have the Justice card. We have karmic justice coming. We have consequences. If you have any legal matters that you are dealing with, you're going to be successful. This is Libra energy. Okay. For some of you, you might have a lawsuit against your job because of all of the hours. Or for some of you, there's going to be a class action suit from your job because the hours that they were doing and having you work and the overtime that they may not have been paying you for is illegal. And so you might be finding yourself having a settlement. The truth is going to come out. Because earlier we had the moon card with secrets. The truth is going to come out. People are going to finally start being honest. We also had things being revealed in here. And so things are going to be revealed because Holy Spirit is balancing out the scales. Okay. You reap what you sow, and people keep doing things because they feel like they're getting away with it when really they're not. Okay. So we have the Knight of Pentacles, which is Capricorn energy. You've been patient. You've been working practically. For some of you, you've been saving. You've been ambitious. You have been working towards a goal, and you are going to finish what you start. Okay, and it's going to lead to recognition, victory, and success for you. Okay. That's Libra energy. We have the Nine of Pentacles, which is independence and wealth. It's also the wish fulfillment card. Your wishes are about to be fulfilled. You're going to have that prosperity, abundance. You could be getting property. You could be thriving. If your business was struggling, say you're self-employed, you're going to be thriving in business. If you made investments, those investments are going to pay off. This Virgo energy. Again, it comes down to a choice. You had two paths that you could take. Gemini. You're moving on to greener pastures, calmer waters. And here it says, suddenly leaving. So you could be suddenly leaving a job, a relationship, moving. Again, you can have an opportunity that causes you to move. So people will have no choice but to step up. Work, love, or life. Ooh, okay. Here and here. All right, so we have the apathy card, Cancerian energy, also shrouded in secrecy. You're going to have people who are in regret because they didn't see who you were when you were around, or appreciate who you were, because we did have earlier with taken for granted. You're going to be refusing to do certain things or to put up with certain things because you're tired of missed opportunities and stagnation. Some of you missed opportunities given your situation, work, love, or life. What we were talking about you having a bulk of the work. You could have had promotions that you passed up because of your sense of duty to help that department, or you could have been passed up for it because maybe your manager caused you to keep you where you were. Maybe for some of you, you delayed in moving to another state or doing that business because you were taking care of that family member. That you have people who are going to be, again, self-absorbed, in depression, upset because you're making the choices for yourself. Okay. So we have the balance card again. We had balance. This is Capricorn energy. Um, you spent a lot of time, Gemini, trying to find a balance. Whatever that situation was, whether it was work, having that work-life balance, whether it was with the family, taking care of this family member, um, trying to have, time where you could take care of yourself. You were juggling. Some of you may have been juggling finances in a relationship because it was a one-sided thing. And maybe your finances were affected because you were taking care of that family member. And you didn't have any financial support from the rest of the family, your other siblings or whatever. Take it as it resonates. Okay, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. But again, we have good news coming in. So it's the same thing coming in. You have good news. It talks about what has been going on, but good news is coming in. It's going to be, for some of you, because everyone is in different areas of the spectrum, this is going to be swift news. You're going to get phone calls. You might get emails. It might be word of mouth. Okay? But some news is going to come in that's happy news. Work, love, or life. Okay? It's going to bring you out of this mentality of defeat. For some of you, your boss, the family, the love, they're going to feel defeated. So we have Sagittarian energy, we have Aquarius energy here. You spent a lot of time with the self-sacrifice. Okay? For some of you, you could have sabotaged yourself because of the behavior that you had. You had underhanded behavior and deception. Like I said, there were certain things that people knew that they kept from you, but this news is about to come in. You had people who may have been bullying you, being aggressive, trying to intimidate you, work, love, or life. Sometimes your boss can try to intimidate you, like, oh, you lucky you have a job, but then you're going to get news about a new job. And for some of you, I see, or one person, it could be one person, where you got news of a new job, an offer. You go into work, and that's the day, like, for whoever it is, this person had a boss that's like, oh, you lucky you have a job, or if you don't do this, I'm going to fire you. Well, for this particular person or persons, you got this news the night before, let's say, and then you go in and your boss is putting pressure on you to do a certain thing. They didn't even know that you were coming in to give your 2 weeks. And they was like, well, if you don't do this, I'm gonna fire you, and you're going to hand them your 2 weeks notice. Well, that's fine. You don't have to fire me because I'm giving you my 2 weeks notice. For others of you, the bully, the ones who are taking care of the family member, or the one who's taking care of the family member, you had family who were being aggressive and bullying. Well, you don't have this and that and this and that, or a love life or whatever, or children, and so we're married and you need to take care of this mommy daddy, okay? And you're like, no, I actually do have someone, and I'm moving on, and regardless, y'all just need to make arrangements to take on some of this load. Or you got a new job opportunity in a city or state, and it's like, regardless of how angry you are, I'm taking this opportunity. As a matter of fact, by the time you let your family know, you've already packed up your house, and everything is like, I'm leaving. You had told them before, but they just didn't listen. So now it's a thing of like, look, I'm leaving. You need to find a way. Like there is no basically these people are not going to have an option. Okay, they're going to have to do it, and it's going to put you in abundance. The Queen of Pentacles, it's maturity, grounded, stability. Okay, someone that's going to be of high social status, a businesswoman, a businessman. Okay, some of you may be put in the limelight because you have been generous, because you were loyal. Okay, we had the Judgment card come out. This is Virgo energy, and we're gonna just get one more card. Holy Spirit, one more card. This is a beautiful message. I didn't even know time went by as fast. I knew I was going through these cards. Yeah. So you are stepping out on faith, okay? For some of you, like I said, you're going to be traveling. And you're going into a new beginning. For some of you, when you make that decision, it's going to bring about love in your life. It says romantic proposals, offers, following your heart, work, love, or life. But for some of you, you're going to be leaving because you got a proposal, a marriage proposal. And everything like that. And so, particularly again with the family, it was a thing of, oh, well, you don't have anyone in your life, and you know, we're all married and have children. Well, now I'm about to get married. It's very selfish of people and family, and you will be surprised how negative they can be, how nasty they can be, how they can be in double energy, because they have this life and this family, and you didn't promise you were going to be single. You just happened to be single, and you were taking care of a family member, or certain duties and responsibilities. They even do it at the job if you're single and don't have any children. And so you take on burdens because you're very giving and things like that. And as soon as your situation changes and now you have the opportunity to have the love, you have the opportunity to have the love, you have the opportunity to build the family, how quickly people would turn into that double energy. Okay? So we had the Knight of Cups. Out of that, we had the High Priestess. For some of you, the change is the spiritual awakening. And you're moving into that spiritual life. Okay? And taking the steps for that. And it's causing you to have time. Because you need to be of use to the Most High God. But definitely there's a love offer in there for somebody. And it's going to mess people's world up because, again, they thought they had you there. They thought they went on with their lives and they had happy lives. So they claim. But the truth of the matter is they didn't want to put the work in. And they will try to tell you that you are selfish because you're moving on in your life. It's your time to be blessed. And people will want you to give up what you waited for, what you prayed for, what you worked for, so they don't have to be inconvenienced. We're going to get some oracles and then we're going to wrap this up. All right. I always shuffle these cards beforehand. All right, so yeah, we have deception, false illusion, scarcity mentality. You have people who would try to deceive you, try to tell you you're selfish, try to guilt you because you're making the decision. But this is stuff you've been manifesting. Holy Spirit is like, it's just time. Okay? So don't feel guilty about doing what you need to do. Because, see, everything happens in divine timing. It's just your time and your season for happiness. Have that strength to do what you need to do for you. Let go of fear and be open to the change. Don't let anybody stress you out. Communicate clearly and you'll have that peace in your life. Anything else, Holy Spirit? Yeah. Abundance is on its way to you. For some of you, recognition for all of your hard work is coming in. All right. All right. So that is the message that I have for you, Gemini. A very good message. There was a lot going on. Remember to take what resonates. And don't get choked up on anything. And I will see you next time.